Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel. Up to now in the previous videos we have learned about the Vue.js animations course we have seen, right? Now in this video we will completely move to a different topic, that is state management. So what is the state management? So if you are able to come from different frameworks, so in Angular you will be having a state management pattern, that is NGRX. In React.js you will be having Redux. In the same scenario, Vue.js you will be having state management pattern, that is nothing but the UX. So what is the state management actually? State management is nothing but what we can say is, so for example in Angular if you see, so if you want to communicate between the components, you will be using input output, or otherwise long sibling components. If you want long distant components, if you want to communicate with the data means, then what you will be doing, you will be doing with the RxJS observables subject, using the subject. But maintaining, if the application grows larger and larger and larger, so what will happen is maintaining those data between the components and all those things will become a tedious job. So we don't know where the data will be updating and all those things, where it will be reflecting and all those things. So you will be getting a weird type of things. So in order to overcome this type of things, so state management come into existence. State management, what it will do is, it will maintain the data. So whatever the data that should be shared between the components, it will be maintained in a single place. Okay, in a global object it will be maintained. So it is what we can say is, it is a centralized store. So what I can say is, it is centralized. It will maintain in the centralized place, so that whoever whatever the components they want to get the data, they will be contacting to that store, to that place, and they will be able to get the data. Okay, so this is the way the state management pattern actually works. So that means the data will be in one place, and whatever the components in the project, if they whatever the components that existed in the project, if they want to get the data, they used to get the data from here. So if they want to update, they will be updating here, so that the updated data will be shared between all the components. Okay, so in this way reactivity happens. Okay, so this is the scenario you will be having. We have already seen about the state management, little bit of state management in this course only, Vue.js course only, when we are learning about this multiple instances. So can we have multiple instances of the Vue.js? If we have, means how can we share the data between the multiple instances of data? So we have seen that one. We have maintained an object, globalized object, so that if you want to get the data, so we will be getting the data from that globalized object we have seen, right? So that is the minimal trivial form of the state management. So this state management will be having something architecture is a perfect architecture, so that you'll be having less errors prone thing. So you can apply it for the larger projects. Okay, so the Vue.js state management pattern, what it will use is Vuex. Okay, so the Vuex it will be using. Let's try to know what is this Vuex. Okay, so in order to I have created a new project. Okay, Vue-Vuex course. Let's open this one. So Vue-Vuex course, let's try to open this code in the Visual Studio. Okay, I have opened this course project in the Visual Studio. So now let's go and see. So what is this Vx? We have already seen what is this Vx, right? What is the state management pattern? Also we have seen. State management pattern is nothing but maintaining the data in a maintaining the state. State means nothing but the data in a single place. So now these are the three things you will be having. State means data, actions, and view. So we will learn more and more about each one in the coming videos. This is the architecture. So we will see. And now installation. Let's go to the installation. So how we can install this Vuex? So we will be having two versions. So you will be having Vue.js 2 and Vue.js 3. So with Vue 2 and Vue 3. So if you want to install with the Vue 2 means, you need to install directly Vuex. If you want Vue 3.0 plus, if you are using means, you need to install this one. So we are using Vue.js 3, right? So that is the reason we will be installing this one. So here I will go and let me install the Vuex. Okay, so Vuex at the rate. Next, so let me install this one. So now after installing this one, so what we can do, so there are different types of things. So now let us create a store for this one. Now if I go here, let it take some time. So Vuex is successfully installed in my system. So let me start the server, npm run serve. Okay, so now what we need to do is, so we need to somehow maintain the, I already told you, right? We need to maintain a single source of truth. Single source of truth means single source, single place where we can store the data. So let me try here. Now here I will change this one to sorry, yeah, constant app is equal to create app, and here I can write app dot mount. Now here, in order to create the store, first we need to create store. So here create store. Store is nothing but the, what we can say, it's a store. Store means the something like storehouse, something like that. We are maintaining the data there. Create store, it should be imported from the create store. So how we will be creating the router using the create router or create app, you will be having this one create store also. It will be imported from the Vuex. So create store will take an object. Okay. So here I can write constant store is equal to, so I can store it one variable, and here I need to write the state. So state, sorry, state, it will be a function, same thing like data, how you will be having for each component data, right? So state you will be having here, so it will be returning an object. Okay, so this one will return an object, and here what I need to do, here I need to write app dot use of store. I need to use this store here. So keep this aside. Okay, so this is how we will be initializing the store. So keep this aside. Now let's go to the app.view. Let me remove this all the things. Okay, let me remove this code, and let me remove this all hello world also, and let me remove this one also, and I will create a new component, something like counter. So commonly used example here. So now template, I will be having one template, and I will be having one div. In this div I'll be having the counter. Okay, so here I can have something like script export default. I can use export default, and here I'll be having the data return. Okay, and here I can maintain something like counter is equal to 0. So now I will try to show this counter. So now what I can do here, app.view, in this app.view, what I can do here, I can import counter from components counter.view. Okay, I can use this counter.view, and here I can do counter, and here I can initialize the counter. Okay, so here what I'll try to do is, here I'll write the div. So now here I can write counter. Okay, so I have used the counter. So this is the simple example. So now what I have did, so here I have initialized a counter, and in this counter variable we are having one variable counter, and all those things we have read. So let's try to see the output here. If I try to see the output, I am able to see 0 here. Okay, fine, this is fine, correct only. Now I want to show the same data here also. Okay, now I don't what I want to do is, I don't want this data to come from this component. So this counter component, this counter variable is available to this. Let's make it as count. So there will be no need of counts. This count variable will be existed to this, only to this component. So I want this count variable to be existed in all the components. I need to make use of this all the components. Then what we need to do is, so we need to maintain this one in the state. So let's go here, and here let's maintain count 0. Okay, so count 0. I have initialized here as count 0. Now what I will try to do here, so I can remove this one directly. Okay, so there will be no data, and here how to access the store data. Okay, how to access the store data, same thing what I have, how the router will be available. So constant router we have initialized rates in the routing. So if you want to get that router, means this dot dollar router, we will be able to use that one. In the same scenario, you will be having access here dollar store. Okay, dollar store dot state dot count. So this is the how you can access this one. So now if I want to check the data here, I'll be able to check the data here. So if I want to update here, if I update this one to 2 or something in the store, so here I am able to see the 2. See, now if I want to use this counter, okay, if I want to use in the app, I can use this directly. Here if I want to use, here I can write, and here I can write dollar store dot state dot count. I can use directly like this. So now if you try to see the output, here I am able to see 2 times C. Okay, so that means we are not sending any data from one component to another component, but we are able to use this count variable across all the components. Okay, So this is nothing but the state management. So how you will be using that simple variable, state variable, data variable from the state management. So just I have shown you. So in the next video, what we'll try to do is, if you update in one component the data, so will it get updated in all the components or not? So we'll try to see that one in the next video. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.